Hello everybody! Today we're going to be talking about 5 new Pokemon that can be seen in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I just want to remind you that all these images are owned by their respective owners. I do not own any of them, but they are great artwork and I'm glad to show them to you in my video. So since Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is not that far away, a couple months, few months, if you want to look at it that way, we were promised some new Pokemon. Now, the new Pokemon has been debated about theory. Is it just going to be a few new Pokemon? Is it just going to be a Alolan form? Is it just going to be this or is it going to be that? We don't know yet, but here's a couple speculations that I want to throw out to you. So obviously a lot of people are like, oh, it's going to be the Solgaleo and Lunala new forms with the supposedly fusions with Necrozma. But you don't know. It could be new things, like they could throw in Ultra Beast or whatever. So anyways, we're going to start talking about 5 Pokemon that I think will be introduced in the new Sun and Moon games. So first, we're going to start out with an evolution. A bold prediction by me. A lot of people think new evolutions are kind of dead until the next generation. Usually, that's when I like to show them, and I would really would have liked to see a new one in Sun and Moon, and it just didn't happen. So maybe now they're going to throw out an evolution in this game, and I think the evolution they should put out is Dragon. Now here are a couple of Dragon evolution designs that I think are really cool. But the reason I think Dragon should be the next evolution is because in X and Y in Generation 6, we got Sylveon to help introduce the new Fairy type. However, this is the first time in Pokemon history that an evolution has come out that has not had a partner or a trio. The first generation obviously having Jolteon, Espeon, and not Jolteon, Vaporeon and Flareon. Second gen having Umbreon and Espeon. Gen 4 having Leafeon and Glaceon. And Gen 6 supposedly having Sylveon and another one. But the other one was not released. So I think Dragon should be definitely added into this list. And another reason that Dragon should be added as an evolution is because if you look back at Generation 1 and 2 and 3, where special or physical is depending on what type the Pokemon is, the type the move of the Pokemon is using is. And all the moves that are special are evolution types except Dragon. And of course, Fairy doesn't exist. I think Dragon needs to be thrown into that mix just to make it a lot easier for us as Pokemon trainers to remember what is special and what is physical in Generation 1, 2, and 3. But also, it's a good counterpart to the Sylveon that was released in Generation 6, which should have had the Dragon counterpart in it as well. We saw that with Glaceon and Leafeon in Generation 4, with Ice beat Grass. We could have the Fairy beat the Dragon in Gen 6, but it didn't happen. Then you saw the basic trio in Gen 1 with Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon. And of course, Umbreon and Espeon in Generation 2 also are counterparts. So it would have been nice to see a Dragon evolution in Generation 6, but I'll take it now in Sun and Moon if I have to. Number 2 is new Tapus. So with the expansion of Sun and Moon being Ultra Sun and Moon is the new games, we are going to be looking at a lot of new features to the game. Maybe these features are new islands, and with new islands has to come new Tapus. And I don't think that's something people have realized. I definitely think that new islands are a definite must. Hawaii has, I think, 7 or 8 islands. I'm not quite sure if I remember. I think it's 8. I want to say it's 8. But we only have 4 of those. 5 if you count the Aether Paradise, but it doesn't have a Tapu. So I think at least 4 new Tapus should be introduced into these games to make up for the islands that are being missed in the real world. However, if they do not add new islands to the new games, then there should not be new Tapus. But I definitely think 8 islands would be really cool. You could have the 8 trials of Alola and move them from, instead of having like 3 on one island, like I think Akala's 3, only have 1 on each, like it is a melee where you only have the normal trial and then you're done with that island. So I definitely think that should be a feature they add. Number 3 is a new Rockruff evolution. Now this was speculated when Ultra Sun not in Ultra Sun, when Sun and Moon came out, that Rockruff is going to have 3 evolutions. Mostly because there was something released that a picture someone saw and they thought it was a new evolution of Rockruff, besides Lycanroc Day and Lycanroc Midnight. What are you going to call it? Lycanroc High Noon, Lycanroc Morning, Lycanroc Dinner Time. I don't know. They'll figure it out. But I definitely think this is something that should be introduced. I think it's a really cool feature. And if you look at the Sun and Moon anime, I don't watch it, but I know this for a fact that there's 3 Rockruffs in it. Ash has one, Kukui has another one, and someone else has the third Rockruff. But I think it was Birdkeeper Toby pointed out that there's 3 Rockruffs, and there has to be a new Rockruff evolution, so that way Ash could evolve his Rockruff. I think that'd be kind of cool. I might want to watch the Sun and Moon anime then. Number 4 is New Ultra Beast. Now, these are a couple of designs that I thought were really cool. Obviously, the first one is not going to happen because it's a sound type, and sound type does not exist yet. Maybe a new typing is coming. Possible theory. But these are a couple of the ones I thought were really cool. The first one kind of reminds me a little bit of Porygon, especially Porygon Z. It's got the color palette, just different colors. Maybe in a Alolan form of Porygon. I don't know. And the second one is kind of like a fighting water knight with sharp pointy things. Kind of reminds me of Escavalier in some way. I don't know why, but it does. Just the color palette's different. But I definitely think new Ultra Beasts are a must. We're definitely going to get some, saying that the new Solgaleo and Lunala forms are pretty much for certain. So those have to be Ultra Beasts since technically Solgaleo and Lunala are Ultra Beasts. So technically we're going to get new ones. So this one's confirmed. And finally we get to number 5, which is new Alolan forms. Now this is something I've already talked about, and I will post a link to my video at the end of this one about where I talked about Alolan forms. But I definitely think new Alolan forms are very, very possible and probably will happen. There's something that a lot of the community loved. I really kind of hated it. To be honest, I really didn't like a lot of the Alolan forms. I think the Marowak was cool, and I really loved Alolan Ninetales. I thought it was just a great way to capture an already majestic beast and do something different typing. And I love the Ice Fairy type. I think that's really cool typing, and I liked it, so I used it. I did use it on Alolan Ninetales, but I didn't like any of the other ones. I hated battling the Alolan Rattata, but they gave me a reason to keep a fighting type on my team, so I could just break the crap out of them. So definitely new Alolan forms are coming. The real question is, will it be more Kanto Alolan forms, more Johto Alolan forms, or just Alolan forms from any region? We don't know. But I did talk about that in my other video, so please go check it out. It should be popping up on the screen in a little bit. But again, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of Let's Plays, do some top 5s, try to do some theories here and there. I just posted a theory earlier today, so please go watch that one. We're talking about people in Pokemon. Is there some kind of bond between the two of them that they can beat each other? I don't know. Go look at it. So that link will also be on the screen. Make sure you go follow me on social media accounts like Twitter and Instagram. I am KSMade006 on both of those. Twitter is more important than Instagram, really. Instagram is not really posted to a whole lot. It's just sneak peeks of videos that will be coming out, videos in the work. Twitter is more I keep up to date on what I'm doing, and a great way for a direct message to me besides using YouTube. So go ahead and do that. That's all I really have for you today. Again, thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm ChaosMade006 signing off. Burn it up.